Composers. So here's my White Tundra composition, and I want to show you how I'm going to add on some harmony and then also create form with my two different melodies that I wrote. So just to remind you, here is my A melody and here's my B melody. And if you want to know how I developed those, you can watch the December, January check-in video that I created. So now I have to decide. Okay, do I want to? Right now I have violin playing my melody, and I really like that. So I want to. In my mind, I see the NEQA students who are going to play this. I want a violinist, and I think I also want maybe a cello. So I'm going to go to Instruments, make sure it says Violin, and I'm going to add an instrument. Okay, and I am going to do. I am going to choose a cello, which is under here, bowed strings, cello solo, just like that, okay? Now, if you do something that's cello or a lower instrument like a bassoon and it has the bass clef, what you could do here is you can go over here to the measure and change the clef to something called tenor voice clef. That way, it keeps it in the treble clef. And that way you don't have to worry about trying to learn bass clef as well right now, okay? So one of the ways I want to show you is creating a homophonic harmony, which means it's going to use the same rhythm as your melody, okay? So what I do to do that is I click the first measure, hold down Shift, and I find the last part of my A melody, and I click. All the time I was holding down Shift. I hit Control-C, and then I'm going to paste that. It's going to be in unison when I paste it, okay? I'm going to paste it into the cello part. Now, you're going to notice that it's up pretty high, right? You know, you could move it down with arrows to make it sound lower and get it better on the staff. You usually want to try to keep your notes on the staff, okay? My recommendation is, so if this note right here is an E, usually you want to have something start a skip above it or a skip below it. So like I could move this down to be on the note, let's try the note G, which is a skip above that. Okay, so let me see if this sounds nice. Okay, now for right now, that actually works just fine. If you don't like just doing the easy version of just kind of copying, pasting, and then moving up and down, you can also go and individually edit each note. My recommendation with this is, you know, think of what letter this one is, okay, and that one's an E. You don't want to typically have two notes that are right next to each other in the musical alphabet sounding at the same time. So if this was an E, I wouldn't want this to be an F, because that would probably clash. Listen. Yeah, it sounded a little scary. So I can go through and edit the notes, and as long as the notes are not directly together, they should be okay. Like this is a B, that's an F. Maybe I move this up to a C like that. Let's see what that sounds like. Right? Okay, for today's sake though, I'm just going to do this. I'm going to keep it just like it was when I copied and pasted it, and then I used the arrows to move it down, okay? Next, another type of harmony that I want you to know is what I like to just call making an ostinato or an ostinato harmony. It's where you create a repeated rhythmic pattern, and you might take that rhythm from your melody. So maybe like da 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 do de do de do do. I might take that and put it into the cello like this. Do de do de do do, like that. And I might just take that rhythm and that little melody I made and paste it and over and over again and see if it sounds good. Now that sounds really cool. But I notice that the melody changes a little bit here, so I might have to change my harmony slightly. Okay, I'd move this here so that it matches that, and then I move this here so that it would be a skip above this note in a space. This one's a space, that one's a space, so we should be good. Okay, so I might do that. Copy, paste. Let's see, and I might end it with this one right here, okay? So I'm just copying, pasting, and seeing if I like it. Right here, I feel like it should go back down to an E. Okay. See how I'm just editing the notes until it sounds the way I want it to sound? And then I feel like maybe at the end here, no, I think that's fine. I think right here I'm gonna make it a half note, so it goes do 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 and do like that. Okay, cool. So once I get that done, now what I want to do is create some form. Well, first of all, I'm going to highlight all this that I did, and I'm going to make it the color red so that I know it's my B section. Okay, so I've got my harmonies done. We'll call it done for now. Okay, I might edit it later on so it's exactly what I want it to be. But I don't want my piece just to be an A form and then a B form. I would like it to be an ABA form. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy my A section like that, and I'm going to click down here, and I'm going to hit paste. And what that just did is put my A section there. So when I play it, it should be an ABA form. Then it goes back to the A section. Just like that. Okay, so that's how you create harmony using a homophonic harmony where it's basically the same rhythm as your melody, but you just adjust the notes up or down into the way that you like it. And then you can do what I like to call an ostinato melody, where ostinato harmony, where you basically take a rhythmic, repeating rhythmic pattern from your melody, you put it into your harmony, and then you just adjust the notes, and you can move the notes up or down, but you have that same rhythm, do-day, do-day, do-do, do-day, do-day, do-do, going the whole time, so it creates this feeling and energy. Those are just suggestions, but you might have other ways you want to experiment with. The biggest thing is you want it to be something that you're proud of, something that you like the way that it sounds, something that the instruments can play, so make sure it stays on the staff here, and you also you gotta make sure that it expresses what you want to express, because you're the one who decides whether it's good or not. Okay, all right, well, happy composing, and hope this helps you wrap up your piece. The next video we'll be doing here will be all on creating articulations and dynamics to make your piece loud, soft, fast, slow, staccatos, legatos, and all that fun stuff. Okay, all right, well, talk to you later.